Thom Hartmann here on the news. You need to know this. Yesterday, President Obama dared Republicans to continue their obstruction by announcing 3 nominations to the District D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals. His nominees are U.S. District Court Judge Leon Wilkins, Georgetown law professor Cornelia Pillard, and Patricia Ann Millett, a partner at the prestigious law firm Acorn Gump. This announcement comes just 2 weeks after Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid threatened the so-called nuclear option if Republicans continue to obstruct President Obama's nominations. Right on cue, the Republican leadership in the Senate signaled that they may put Reid's threat to the test. At his weekly press conference, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell questioned the appropriateness of confirming these 3 judges, but dodged a question about whether the nominees should be filibustered. Senator McConnell also repeated one of the newest GOP talking points about the nomination, saying, "I think the issue, if there is one, with regard to the D.C. Circuit Court, is whether this Circuit Court, which is apparently less busy than all but one Circuit Court in the nation, needs to have a full complement of judges." Anticipating such remarks, President Obama addressed the same talking point in his press conference earlier in the day. He said, quote, "When a Republican was president, 11 judges on the D.C. Circuit Court made complete sense. Now that a Democrat is president, it apparently doesn't. 8 is suddenly enough," end quote. President Obama called on Senate Republicans to stop their obstruction and give these nominees a fair up or down vote. We will all have to wait and see whether that will actually happen. Stay tuned. In Screwed News, New Jersey Governor Christie will waste $12 million taxpayer dollars in a blatant move to increase his chances of re-election as governor. Yesterday, Governor Christie announced he has called for a special election to fill the U.S. Senate seat vacated with the passing of Democratic Senator Frank Lautenberg. That special election will be held just 3 weeks before voters will decide whether Governor Christie should be re-elected for another term. Rather than spending millions of taxpayer dollars on a special election, Governor Christie could hold both votes on the same day. However, he knows that the vote for Senator Lautenberg's seat will increase Democratic voter turnout and lower Christie's chances of being reelected. The governor could have also appointed someone to serve out the remainder of Senator Lautenberg's term, but doing so would have risked angering voters. His politically self-serving solution will be a huge financial burden on New Jersey, which is already struggling under the financial strains of storm repair and sequestered budget cuts. With only 3 weeks between the elections, it's unlikely that New Jersey voters will forget about his $12 million cop-out. In the best of the rest of the news, Connecticut won't wait for Congress to require the labeling of genetically modified food. On Monday, that state became the first in our nation to pass legislation requiring GMO labeling, although the bill will not take effect until 4 other states pass similar regulations. Because Monsanto is known for overzealous use of the courts to bully any attempts to regulate them, this additional requirement is meant to ensure that there's a coalition of states to defend against any court actions by Monsanto. Governor Daniel Malloy issued a statement about the additional provision, saying, "This bill strikes an important balance by ensuring the consumer's right to know what is in their foods while shielding our small businesses from liability that could leave them at a competitive disadvantage." As states like New York and Vermont are also considering similar GMO legislation, Connecticut's 4-state requirement could be met quickly. Only a week ago, the U.S. Senate voted down a federal GMO labeling bill, but states like Connecticut are saying that consumers shouldn't have to wait for an obstructionist Republican-controlled House of Representatives to act before knowing what's in their own food. Thanks to Obamacare, small businesses in California will be refunded over $36 million from that state's biggest insurance companies. The healthcare law's so-called 80-20 rule requires insurance companies to spend at least 80% of the premiums on actual medical services. In 2011 alone, this rule provided Americans with $1.5 billion in insurance premium rebates. According to the Think Progress blog, Blue Shield of California will pay back $24.5 million to its customers, and Anthem Blue Cross will refund another $12 million. Consumer advocates are cheering the return of premium payments to businesses and workers, but they also argue that insurance companies should not be overcharging in the first place. In an interview with the LA Times, John Fox of the California Public Interest Research Group Education Fund said health insurers should work to cut upfront premiums rather than reimburse customers afterwards. Millions of dollars in rebates are a clear sign that health insurers are overcharging their consumers. California is one of the few states that cannot negotiate or reject insurance premium rate hikes, but the Obamacare 80/20 rules will ensure that rate increases aren't just adding to insurance company waste. And finally, many Americans chastised House Republicans for living in the past and promoting policies reminiscent of the 50s. However, two upcoming votes in the U.S. House show the GOP will settle for returning to 2009, when the poverty activism group Acorn was still around. That's right, not one, but two scheduled votes this week will focus on rejecting funding for Acorn, even though that program was disbanded 3 years ago. Amid the frustration over House Republicans wasting more taxpayer time and money on another useless vote, Representative Alan Grayson of Florida mocked the Republicans, saying, "Is it too late to defund Saddam Hussein?" And that's the way it is today, Wednesday, June 5th, 2013. I'm Thom Hartmann on the news.